Welcome to our survival guide on how to make it through a blizzard for 10 days without any supplies. This is a situation no one wants to find themselves in, but trust me, with the right knowledge, you can beat the odds. I'm Bear Grylls, and today I'll be sharing crucial tips that could save your life. We're going to dive deep into the heart of a blizzard, facing howling winds, freezing temperatures, and the isolation of a world turned white. This isn't about comfort, it's about survival. So, let's get to it. The moment you realize you're caught in a blizzard, your instincts need to kick in. Forget about rescue for now. This is about immediate survival. Your priority? Shelter. A snowdrift might look inviting, but it offers little protection. You need to get out of the wind. Look for natural shelters. A rock overhang, a dense cluster of trees, even a fallen log can make a difference. If there's nothing, we improvise. Remember, staying dry and out of the wind is paramount. Now let's talk about building. If you're lucky enough to have a shovel or even a sturdy branch, use it. Pack snow tightly to create a windbreak or a small snow cave. Size isn't important, it's about creating a pocket of warmer air. Line the floor with anything you can find, pine branches, leaves, even extra clothing. This layer will be crucial for insulation. We often see snow as the enemy, but in a survival situation, it can be your greatest asset. Think of it as a natural insulator. Once you have the basic structure of your shelter, it's time to reinforce it with snow. Pack it tightly against the walls, creating a thick barrier. The denser the snow, the better it will insulate. Don't underestimate the power of a well-placed snowdrift. If you can direct a drift over and around your shelter, you're creating an extra layer of protection against the elements. Remember, this isn't about building a palace, it's about survival. Dehydration is a silent killer, especially in extreme conditions. You might be surrounded by snow, but eating it directly will only lower your core body temperature, pushing you closer to hypothermia. We need to melt it. Ideally, you'd have a metal container and a fire, but in a true survival situation, you work with what you have. If you have any plastic bags or bottles, fill them with snow and seal them tightly. Now, use your body heat. Tuck the containers inside your clothing, close to your skin. It might take time, but your body heat will slowly melt the snow, providing you with a vital source of hydration. Let me reiterate, never, ever eat snow directly. I know it's tempting when you're thirsty, but trust me, it's a recipe for disaster. Eating snow directly lowers your core body temperature, putting you at a severe disadvantage in an already brutal environment. It's like pouring cold water on a dying fire. Your body needs that internal heat to keep your organs functioning and to fight off the cold. Melting snow is non-negotiable. It's a small effort with potentially life-saving consequences. While we're focused on survival, we always want to increase our chances of rescue. Visibility is key. A bright signal against the stark white backdrop of a blizzard can be a lifesaver. If you have any brightly colored clothing, use it. Lay it out in a clear, open area, forming a large X or SOS signal. If you're near trees, tie a brightly colored piece of cloth to a branch. Anything to break up the monotony of white and attract attention. We've talked about shelter and warmth, but staying dry is equally important in the battle against hypothermia. Wet clothes are your enemy in a blizzard. They drain your body heat faster than you can imagine. If you get wet, prioritize drying your clothes. If you manage to build a fire, carefully dry your clothes in shifts. If not, use your body heat. Wring out any excess water and place the wet garments inside your clothing layers, close to your skin. It might feel uncomfortable, but it's about survival. Energy conservation. Small steps, big impact. In a survival situation, every movement counts. You need to conserve energy like it's your most precious resource because, in a way, it is. Avoid unnecessary movement. Don't exhaust yourself trying to build a massive shelter or venturing out unnecessarily. Focus on the essentials: maintaining your shelter, melting snow for hydration, and keeping your core body temperature stable. Think of it as a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself. Your body is a remarkable machine capable of generating its own heat. In a blizzard, this becomes your lifeline. We've talked about using body heat to melt snow and dry clothes, but it's also your primary source of warmth. If you're alone, curl up tightly in the fetal position, minimizing exposed surface area. If you're with others, huddle together. Shared body heat can make a life or death difference. Use any extra clothing, blankets, or even newspapers as insulating layers. Every little bit helps. Survival isn't just about physical strength, it's about mental fortitude. Panic is a natural response, but you need to control it. Panic leads to poor decision-making, and in a survival situation, every decision counts. Take deep breaths, focus on the tasks at hand, and remind yourself that you have the strength and resilience to overcome this challenge. Remember, hope is a powerful tool. Hold on to it. In the disorienting whiteout of a blizzard, it's easy to lose track of time, but maintaining a sense of time is crucial for your mental and physical well-being. Try to establish a routine. If you have a watch, great. If not, use the sun's position during the day, if visible, as a guide. Mark the passing days, even if it's just a notch on a piece of wood. This routine will help you stay grounded, focused, and prevent you from slipping into despair. Remember, preparation and knowledge are your best tools in a survival situation. What we've covered today are just the basics, but they're enough to give you a fighting chance. Familiarize yourself with these techniques and practice them in a controlled environment before you ever need them in a real blizzard. Remember, the human spirit is incredibly resilient. You have the strength within you to endure even the toughest challenges. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay hopeful. This is Bear Grylls.